Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse. Today we are diving into season 2 of Young Royals. In the last episode, where we left off with last season, man, it was, let's just say, it was just a messy finale. Not in execution, but like with everything that actually unraveled with the characters, with the story and all of that. It was a little hard to watch at times, man. I just everybody is in a really nasty spot at the moment, especially considering the stuff that came out with August, the stuff that came out with Wilhelm, and what he chose to do given the whole scenario, to protect the family, to protect the image. Whatever they had going on, at least for right now, is on hiatus, is on pause. They are taking a break, so to speak, or just call it what it is. They've broken up. Though I don't know that you would ever have said that they are technically in a relationship. I don't know that they ever really got to that point. Obviously, they were getting there, I think, but I don't think that they were able to actually cross that threshold in any kind of substantial way. And hey, full respect to Simone about how he handled that situation, because he deserves way more than being a secret, being hidden, and just kind of being hung out to dry, because while Wilhelm is retracting his name from the conversation, obviously people are still going to speculate and whatnot, but he's out there. Nothing. It's him. He can't fight that. Villa was hidden enough so that they could at least get plausible deniability, but he's just known worldwide now, I guess, and we're just going to have to roll with that. I wonder if that's going to affect things at all. Also, what's going to happen if they do ever go public after all of this, but either way, that's probably down the road sometime, but either way, let's get ready to hop in and see what happens next. If you want to see the full-length reaction, get early access, or send me comments, questions, fun facts, or any of that kind of stuff to read at the end of these episodes, you can do all that over on Patreon. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also could suggest and vote on movies you react to each month. This is a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all sent out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 1. Here we go. Is this a dream, or are we just reflecting upon that fated night? It's gotta be a dream. Or flash forward, a dream. Dream. There we go. Just because you're royalty doesn't mean everything in your house has to be gaudy as fuck. Oh, Eric's room.
Snälla Wilhelm.
There's nothing to talk about with you, man. Sorry, I'm still pretty salty about how she handled everything before. All trying on his jacket. Oh. The hell's that? It's like a cigarette case? Oh, I guess it would have been. Lighter's still in there. I don't know what you actually call those, or if there's just a different name for them at all. You son of a bitch. Oh god, the sound. Oh. Oh, yeah. Fair. And look who we're cutting straight to here. God, it's wild how much he redirects all of his turmoil, trauma, all of this. Oh my goodness. Towards his body. Like anytime he's frustrated, anytime he's like unraveled or unruly or whatever, dealing with something, he always just forces it onto his body. You see him checking his body fat, and anytime he's like in any kind of destabilized situation, he's just always is just pumping it out, trying to like work it out of his, literally work it out of his system. Is this about her grant? There we go. She's gonna officially be a border resident. And who's this guy who just kind of came in?
Din syrra missade bussen så jag skulle bara skjutsa hem henne.
Du går på Marieberg, va?
Går sista året nu.
På dagis tillsammans. Inte du Lottis son?
Marcus. Skulle bara låna toan så hörde jag såg dig så dig. Ja. Har du varit på karaoken på Tompas? För om du kan sjunga så där du.
At first I was like, did he come here with Sarah? But now I'm like, okay, competition for Villa on this side of the fence. Interesting. Just them talking. He's going, dude, he is like on a revenge quest. That one message he sent August is like something you see like from a villain. I'm a little concerned. Aww, hell yeah. She could not care less what her mother was talking about.
Oh, and I have this. It'll help you sleep, among other things.
What other things?
Är du säker att det är okej att jag tar ditt rum?
No, don't worry about it. Those look up at me. I already have my own room.
So they're rooming together now. Interesting. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Is this their hazing ritual? What? Just a ball chin mask? What the fuck? Chaos. Oh my god, this is so terrifying. But I'm happy that she's being included so much. She's come so far here. One thing I wanted to kind of come back to, and I don't think I ever addressed it enough, and I did see a comment about it on one of the more recent videos, is about I don't think I gave as much credit towards, well, no, I think I did, but like a little bit more of like the reasoning behind a lot of Simon's decisions. You know, with the drugs, with the alcohol, the things he were trying to buy in. It wasn't so much for himself. I mean, I think I did acknowledge it was for the two of them, but it was to really avoid what Sarah had gone through at their public school. Because like he had mentioned at one point that it was very much so hell for her. So he was doing so much of that, not for the two of them, but more for just her. And I don't know that I highlighted that enough. I just want to say and come back to. Oh God. I'm very nervous about how this is going to play out.
Sara har inte svarat sen vi...
Hon är ju dålig på att svara sms, mamma. Jag försöker få tag på henne.
Dude, he really does need to see a therapist. Like, most of them should. Oh God. Oh God, and this is the party she's coming to. I'm a little nervous. I mean, given I was already pretty nervous when this already kicked off, but now I'm like even more so. Oh God. Now that's how he's keeping. What? I know they said to crash it, but that seems a little excessive. Did I miss where it was meant to be that disruptive? Oh. One step closer.
Crashade hela 3 år för lätt. Är du hemma?
Nej, jag kom precis till.
Du vill fucka med Augustor nu.
Oh my god. So they're inviting him to get in on the shenanigans, or, you know, the arson, whichever.
Alltså, tack så jättemycket.
Det är lugnt, det verkar ju vara en nödsituation. Du kan ju hoppa fram i alla fall. Jag är ju ingen taxi.
Yeah, I thought it was a little weird. He just got in the back.
Sorry, det var Sara. Hon har fan sneat alltså.
Oh, and he's gonna go after Sarah, and then Villa's gonna see him with this guy. Uh-oh.
Vi kan väl gå på 300-fest?
Vi är varken bjudna eller har frågat om att få gå ut.
Nej, men om ni hjälper mig komma förbi Malin så fixar jag det.
Får flagga? Jag vet, det är så helt galet. Ska vi dra nu, eller vadå? Come, let's go!
So they already know she set that flag ablaze.
Ska jag följa med eller?
Nej då, det är lugnt.
Säker?
Ja.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Maybe we won't have to worry about that. That was an easy layup for a typical little trope here. Kind of appreciate that they didn't take that bait.
Nej.
Ja, men vänta. Jo, men det är en bra idé. Vi hämtar August. Se vad perfekten säger.
Yeah, let's hear what he says. This is gonna be really funny.
Ville! Välkommen tillbaka. Du ska säga kronprinsen. Du ska säga kronprinsen till mig.
He's embarrassing him in front of everybody right now because he knows he could burn him so hard.
Kronprinsen måste förstå. Utmana mig.
Jesus. Tell me what to do, see what happens.
Om ni insisterar. Nej. Hallå, kom tillbaks! Startfesten är bara för oss 3 år, så har det alltid varit. Dessutom, nu Sara ju redan...
Det är en jävla fest, okej?
God. Wow. Oh, wow. This is the radiating energy behind them both. That is great framing. Ah, I like that. That was fun.
Sara, du menar galningen? Ja, hon har sprungit iväg och gömt sig förmodligen. Skämde ut hela skogsbacken. Vänta, jag tror jag vet vart hon är.
She put us all to shame. Oh, fuck off. Given. I'm glad you guys put it out. Else, that could have been real bad.
Det är Sara med dig. Jag och Simon letar efter henne.
At least he's helping him right now.
Men var fan är du någonstans? Varför svarar du inte när jag ringer?
Cause she's out with the friends, having fun, drunk as shit. Of course she's not gonna answer your texts. I wouldn't.
Traditioner som alltid.
Yeah, all these traditions.
Hej förresten. Hej. Jag har klippt mig.
Yeah, you did. The cab is about to leave. Oh, now he might see him leave with him. Maybe. Oh, yep.
Marcus heter han.
Hur vet du det? Känner du honom eller?
Jag fick upp honom på Grindr förra.
Grindr? Alltså du är ju... Eller du och Madison hade ju...
Ja, men ville fan. Jag trodde inte det var så gammaldags.
Interesting. He's comfortable about just kind of throwing that around. I guess because everybody here does already kind of know, he probably feels more comfortable talking about it with everybody else.
Till om du behöver hjälp att hitta någon som är. Du ringer mig och så löser det. Och så lite mer diskret.
Wow. Huh. Interesting.
Firas med en stor ceremoni och kronprins Wilhelm kommer hålla ett tal.
Oh, he was like, this seems to be news to him.
Kronprinsen håller ett tal offentligt, inte bara om själva jorden.
Yeah.
Där vår stolta
He's got no control over his own life right now, man.
Jag fick skjuts av Marcus dit.
Okej.
Vad?
Inget.
Han var hemma
I love how he said that. You know how you said that. Look at the smile on your face when you said that. You knew exactly the idea you were floating across right there.
Ja, jag träffade Ville igår. Hittade att ses liksom efter lov, men det var bara... Trotsiga alltså.
Han sa att han inte skulle göra det där uttalandet. Vad gjorde han? Han lämnade dig helt ensam. Gör vad du behöver. Snacka inte med honom. Titta inte på honom om du inte pallar.
That's a little easier said than done.
Han har fuckat upp helt enkelt. Han fick i den spacen du behöver.
Yeah.
Ville blocka hans nummer, skaffa ett rebound.
Vad ska han hålla på med Marcus då eller?
This guy here, I'm kind of with him.
Han har bjudit mig på...
I don't know about the revenge rebound, but
Riktigt.
hey,
Då så.
whatever you're feeling, whatever you need to do, man.
Rebound time is now.
Rebound time is now.
Rebound, rebound, rebound.
Oh my God. And then videotape it and then send it to him. No, that was a joke.
Alexander vet inte vem det var som kallade de drogerna. Eller att det var du ville som la skulden på honom istället för Simon. Vad fan, chilla bara.
Jag kommer nu.
Oof.
Är det bra? Kul att se dig. Det är bra det. Hej Alexander.
God, these things just, oh God, the fucking forced smile right there. God, the pain. Hi, I'm the one that sold you out to save my not even boyfriend now.
Jag går och snackar med Simon så kommer han gå till polisen för att skydda August. Skolan, kungahuset.
Så vad tänker du göra?
Ta ifrån honom allt han bryr sig om.
Förlåt, men bryr sig August om något?
Ja, han älskar ju att vara perfekt och lakan.
Oh my God. Hey, I get it. But this is like, Villa is like, I will destroy everything he cares about. I will burn it to the ground. Like he sent him on his villain arc. Like this kind of trauma carrying on to the leader of a country. Not that I think he would redirect that in any way, kind of way, but that just shows you that he's capable and all this kind of stuff. It's just a slippery slope. It's dangerous, and he's just like, I will take everything away. But all he cares about is himself. I'll take that too. He'll wind up just like his father by the end. That's what this is sounding like.
Jag kommer straffa honom. På mitt sätt.
Oh my God.
Har du hört någonting? Om då? Ja, men om henne och Ville. Fast de skriver liksom jävligt suspekt utningar. Alltså så här på riktigt liksom. Eller bara liksom...
Trying to figure out if that option's even on the table or not.
Jag leker så himla duktiga för när Erik höll på med den här. Hovet hade fått henne att signa en NDA.
Oh my goodness.
Det ger 150 kronor. Ja.
Oh.
Så, hej då.
She's gotta watch herself now. Yeah, living here is a little bit different because she doesn't get to just go home and restock, refund, whatever. She's on her own now a little, at least more so than she was. And I think that's what she's, I don't know, going to be the double-edged sword to her.
Kommer att finnas flera inflytelserika gäster på plats. Personer som kan öppna dörrar för dig i framtiden.
So he's going to have to be getting a speech at this thing, and he's going to be giving a solo there.
Tack. Och om tid.
Aw, he's so happy.
Kanske en ny version av Hillesången.
Oh, gonna give the, Aw, let's go. Dude, that's big. He gets to rewrite their song. Give it a little flair.
Hej.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
Varsågod och sitt.
He is not looking at him at all, or at least, yep, trying not to.
Får jag låna en panna av det?
Like how he asked and immediately reached for it himself. Or is he just forcing interactions? Yeah, what the hell, dude? So awkward, man.
Treorna kan börja. Varsågoda.
What is...
Treorna tar först. Förlåt? Vem är det som har bestämt det? Det är tradition.
Jo, men det är en fråga för eleverna. Ingenting som ledningen eller personalen lägger sig i.
that's right. Oh my god.
Då borde vi kunna hålla en omröstning, eller?
När ni väl blir 3 år så kommer ni kunna njuta av samma privilegium.
Eller så njuter vi av dem nu och bryter traditionen. Kan du ställa frågan? Vilka tycker att vi ska sluta serva 3:orna och istället så får alla ta mat när de vill?
Ta ner era kladdiga händer.
Lower your filthy hands.
Det är prefekten som bestämmer.
Why would it just be up to the prefect?
Gör som ni vill.
Perfekt. Varsågoda. Varmt välkomna.
And now they're like, dude, what are you doing? They have no, this is so fucking, God, they're taking it all.
August som satte dit mig för drogerna.
Oh. Wait, what? You're not like them. Why does he think it was August? Or does he just assume it is? Listen, I can be a petty little bitch sometimes. This is a huge thing too. It was a huge thing. I'm just worried about what this can eventually lead to, you know?
Hej. Det var inte jag.
Nej, men hur fan vet han då? Jag ångrar att jag gjorde det jag gjorde. Men det är något fel i mitt fucking huvud, fattar du inte det? Jag står med den bara knän. Jag försöker bara skämma ut mig varje jävla chans. Jag bara går och väntar. Jävla käftsmällen så kommer när jag minst av nu. Jag vet den kommer. Alltså hovet kommer in.
God, that is a wild way to walk around and live, you know?
Känner du min hand? Känner du min hand?
Jag känner den. Ja.
Kan du bara lyssna på vad jag säger?
Oh, is she gonna be able to help him?
Min hand med din andetag. Fortsätt.
Like I said, dude needs therapy. But yeah, he is spiraling. He wasn't in a good place before, and it's even worse now, which is another reason I'm worried about Villa pushing him to, you know, whoa. I don't know what just happened. I have no idea what that was. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't know. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Like, I feel bad for August, but it doesn't mean me or Villa should have to forgive him for what he did, because it's a huge thing.
Hej. Hej. Kan vi snacka?
But his life, he was thankfully at least able to salvage it, but he is, oh, I don't know.
Det låter som att ingenting har hänt. Inte bara... Jag har tänkt på det hela lovet. Men jag tycker också du har varit och fått space. Inte för alltid kanske. Någon som jag känner att jag kan prata med. Men Ville, snälla.
That's technically not true anymore, not about this, because the one dude straight up talked to you at the party the other night. But the only one he feels comfortable talking to, very different things. But yeah, that's not his decision to make right now. Still not talking to the queen. God, that's karaoke, man. He's having a damn good time. That's what it's all about after all, right? So out of key.
Jag har varit här förut.
Nej.
Va? Vad vill du köra då?
Vadå menar du?
Vi ska sjunga, hallå.
Nej, jag kan inte sjunga till.
Vi kör tillsammans. Okej.
Nej.
Jo.
Nej.
Jo.
Nej, snälla, nej. Nej, nej.
Jo.
Oh my god.
Och då pratar han ju också.
Vi kan väl sitta någon annanstans.
Vad sa du?
Nej,
Alltså
alltså när en trea kommer in i rummet, då lyssnar man på den. Det är regler, så är det alltid.
He keeps doing this, man. He keeps putting August on the spot. I tell this dude to shut the fuck up. Oh, shit.
Det hänger över, alltså. Fattar.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Okay, I was like...
Nej, men jag tror att det borde fungera.
Oh! What is... He's calling his mom.
Allt det här är ditt fel.
Vad är det som har hänt?
Simon är på dejt med någon annan.
Okej.
Alltså jag är inte Erik och jag vill inte vara det heller. Jag vill allt det här som händer, jag vill ingenting av det här.
Lugna ner dig nu och så ta...
No, you can go fuck yourself. I'm sorry.
Jag menar det, jag vill inte vara fucking kronprins!
Du beter dig hysteriskt.
Oh, wait. What am I worried about? His window's 3 feet from the fucking ground.
Sätt mig på högtalaren. Jag kan gå live på Instagram annars. För hela svenska folket.
Oh, wow.
Jag tänker inte hålla något fucking tal. Det är ingen som har sagt någonting. För att ni bestämmer grejer bakom min rygg hela tiden. Kronprins längre heller, jag tänker inte bli kung. Jag kommer gå till pressen.
Oh, God. Dude, he really is on his fucking, like, last nerve here, man. I don't blame him. Listen, if I got one takeaway from this episode is, like, I am so conflicted about so many things. Except for the situation between him and his mom. I'm pretty, like, stern on that. I'm so, like I said, like, August has invited so much of this ire to himself. And yeah, he's not in the best of mental health states. And I don't think he has been for a really long time, even prior to when we met him, given the whole thing with his father and whatnot. That probably affected him. I mean, we know it affected him deeply. And like, he's rooted so much of his life, his identity into all of this, his family and all these different things. And then this happens. And then he just, in a spurt of emotion, does this thing he cannot take back. And it is a massively fucked up thing. And now everything is like 10 times worse. He's getting to finish school, which he almost wasn't, thanks to the person that he betrayed. And now every waking social interaction with anybody, Villa is putting him on blast. Oh my God. Alexander's back too, though. You throw that into the mix, and then you got the fact that he thinks August did it when it was actually Villa. It's just like, oh my goodness. It's just like, how far is going to be too far? Or how far is he going to keep taking this? And then there's also the question of, is there any making it up? Is there any recompense that will make up for what happened? In hindsight, with where we're are right now, obviously, and this isn't what they wanted at all, the fact that that video got out at all is the entire reason everything that has happened. He had to make that public statement. He had to discount Simon, and then Simon didn't like that. So then that caused them to split up and not be able to keep going down. It's like all these trickle effects do spawn from that thing. And he's just like, no. Is there an amount of penance for him to serve to make it out on the other side of this? But at the same time too, like, I get that we're all people, we're all weak, and yes, he's a little bit of a piece of shit, and by a little bit of a lot of bit, he's a lot of bit of a piece of shit. I'm actually starting to feel kind of bad sometimes. One moment I'll feel kind of bad, and then other moments I'm kind of like, yeah, get it. You know? And that's why I'm saying, like, I feel so conflicted about it, especially seeing like him on the other side of it. Like, he's like in a box. And I know what that feels like and what that can feel like, but that's also how Villa feels. He's in a box. He's got no options. The one person he actually emotionally connected to and resonated with here, he can't have anything to do with at the moment. He's seeing him out partying with other people, potentially another guy, you know, and like he's now missing out. He can't have that. It's like everything that he was hoping for and wanted, and then on top of that, his brother died, and then all these other things. His life isn't in his control. So the one thing he can control right now is what happens to August. Though, he's taking control or some control back by blackmailing his entire staff, his mother even. I will go public if you guys don't back the fuck up. That's insane. Good on Simon for going through everything that he's going right now. You know, trying to take his space, putting his foot down. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you feel these things for another person, but you know the situation isn't in your best interest. I got to give him so much credit for that. And then going out and trying to like have a life outside of the school, focusing on that, distracting, like as much as he thought about him every day at, you know, when they were on break, it's still, like you said, I liked that space. It is this like almost, I don't know what you want to call it. I want to say oxymoron of it all, because like while you're apart, he's still haunting your every thought, but you need that space for that voice to lessen in your mind over the course of it. You need that time away so that you can heal, you can recoup, you can be on yourself again, you can sever that tie and feel a little bit better. And obviously them being in these scenarios where they're forced together doesn't make it any easier, especially considering Villa's trying to like get back in, make up for all of it. And again, that motivation, like what's going on between them and or what's not going on between them, is also fueling all of these other things that I don't think anybody else is even aware of. It's just, there's so much going on. And while Simon's trying to get out into the world, get out into the town, you know, get some relationships outside of that school, Sarah got approved and is now living there. But now she's learning that it's a little more complicated than I think she expected. You know, especially with finding place for her stuff in Felice's room. And then when they go to the cafeteria, when they're buying stuff there, she's only got so many funds compared to everybody else. So she opted to not even get anything for herself. So it's just, that might end up biting her in the ass. And then there's the whole stuff with August as well, with those two, because he's going to think that, you know, she, like he did, like he thought she told Villa about all of it. And it's like, you blackmailed me and then you still did it anyway. What am I supposed to do? What the hell? And I mean, the truth is, like, the Crown found out. Felice, though, she was a full ass detective, and he doesn't even know that it was her. I don't even know that if Felice said I don't think they've even had that conversation. I don't think, you know, Sarah doesn't know that either. So that's I'm going to be curious if that's going to affect anything at all. But yeah, and then the whole thing with her and August, I don't know where that's going to go. I think she was feeling a certain way after she left that little moment, and then had some kind of episode in the bathroom. Still not exactly sure how much of what that was. Either way, I like that her experiences with her mental health and stuff like that, she was able to actually help calm him because he refuses to actually do the work. I don't know. That was pretty, I don't know. I'm a little on edge about where this is all going to go, but I'm excited to see how it unravels all the same. But let's see. I know we had a couple of questions over on Patreon. Here we go. Sully says, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on the introduction of Marcus, and please use captions that also capture the musical lyrics. Young Royals has one of the best soundtracks. I did. I mean, it's just the default ones that Netflix has on, so I think that worked out as well. But like, he did just kind of come out of nowhere. Like, there was no mention or setup or anything of him in the first season whatsoever, and he just shows up here with Sarah one day, and then here's our conflict for the first episode, or at least our, what do you want to call it? I don't even know what rebound. I think that's probably the best word to go with. I don't know. He seems like a well-intentioned guy. He seems, I don't know. We don't even, well, I mean, given like the way that he kind of fixated on Simon is just kind of like, I assume he feels a certain way or is attracted in a certain way. Or no, the one guy back at the party even like talked about it. It was like, no, I saw him on Grindr once. So yeah, he's competition. He's a threat, you know, and yeah, we'll see where that goes. But all things considered, he doesn't know anything about the situation at hand. He's just got a genuine attraction to Simon here. So, like, we'll see how that goes. Eliadam Gidney says, I don't have any questions for you, but I wanted to mention that I love the little interaction with Villa and Felice about their hair. It was a short but very sweet. Had you mentioned it, Villa and Felice's friendship is my favorite on the show. I did like that little thing too, and especially everybody else is also trying to figure things out because here at the school they know the truth, but they're not like sure, you know, because they are spending a lot more time together. They're the only people talking to, because I think the only people he can talk to was Simone and Felice. Now it's just Felice. So now they're also like, well, then is he bi? You know, there is all the heart interactions and stuff on Instagram that they've talked about a couple times up until this point. He likes all their posts and stuff like that. So, like, we've never really clarified or confirmed at all if he's ever been attracted to her in anything more than a friendly way. But I mean, I guess up until this point, he didn't know this about himself. So maybe it is valid for them to assume maybe he is bi. But they're just kind of, you know, like, okay, so what's the skinny? Danny23, do you think Villa's plan for August is a good one, or will only result in more harm for all? I honestly think a little payback and a little grinding and a little control is great, is deserved, is earned. But the way that it's become like the fixation of everything, because he's got nothing else on his plate right now to distract him. All he has right now is revenge. And I think if he presses it too far, it can go too far. So right now, I definitely do think it'll cause more harm than good. Or at least I worry that it will, because getting that satisfaction, like, is fine and all, but there's definitely going to be a line, and there's only so much another person can take. You know, Villa lucked out, and so did August lucked out, that there was an out, that they were able to save face, even though it lost him everything that he wanted. And he probably even at this point would have rather have the world known the truth than to have dealt with the loss here. So who knows how it would have gone one way or the other, but publicly everything's fine, but his internal life, his personal life is falling apart. And I don't know that there's any escape for August after all of this. But yeah, it's not looking good. And who knows, if Sarah doesn't help him work through some of these issues, I fear that he might follow in his father's footsteps in the way that he didn't plan to. And then lastly, we got Vivi. Villa and Simone's first encounter with one another after being separated for the holidays is so relatable and understandable. Yes, it is. Do you think that now Villa knows it was August that he should tell Simone, or knowing that nothing will happen to August, he should keep that information to himself? Honestly, it would make things more complicated, but I would rather know the truth than be left in the dark. And Simone, more than anybody right now, I think deserves a little bit of that, considering, again, he couldn't retreat from this. Though, nobody's talking like he's like world famous right now. Like, even if it came out that it wasn't the prince, his face was still broadcast everywhere. And he was at least connected to that scandal at the time. Whether or not it was debunked or not, people would know him. Like, I'm kind of surprised that Marcus didn't even mention it. Maybe he knew better than to mention it. But, you know, when he stood up in front of the karaoke bar, you know, I kind of would have expected a little bit more of a ruckus, a hoopla about it all. But I understand the desire to shield one from harmful truths or making situations more complicated than maybe they need to be, but I would much rather know the truth and deal with the complications personally. But that's me. But yeah, wild first episode. Very curious to see the trajectory for this season. And I did have it clarified because I posed this question at the end of season 1 about whether or not this was an ongoing story or not. And I got told by a couple people that this is a concluded narrative by the end of the 3rd season. So there's not like a season 4 on the horizon. So we do have a full self-contained story once we get to the end of it. So I'm very excited to see what that trajectory looks like. But that's all we got, guys. I'm going to leave it there and pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Lily Chanson, and Adrielle Maley. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support some of the rescues we've been taking care of here at the office. You guys have been a wonderful help. And as always, I want to shout out our channel legends: Eric Official, Adam Myers, Aquino, Annoying Waffle, Anthony, Ario, Armando Rosage, Ash, Captain Hoodie, Carrie Eicherl, Casey Wood, Christopher Anderson, Clara V, Codename Witch, Cody Vineyard, Corey Curry, Cosmonito, Craig Lozo, Cyber, Dairy Products, Daisy, Damascus, David Furstenberg, Denise Mauricio, Doric, Eliottam Gidney, Inderwolf, Ethan Denise, Fred Forlot, Gregory Toner, Havoc, Hot Girl Bum 2, It's Bushi, Jack Maltby, Jake Cottrell, Jen, Jose Hernandez, Hernandez, Josh Guinell, Julia Barrera, Cato, Carlene, Carmen Wilmot, Leo, Lee Stigler, Liam Harrell, Lily Chanson, Lily Bullock, Luca Van Zeeland, Lynn 0816, Mandy Shara, Matt Hayter, Mel Fernal, Muggy Holes, Myth Lesbian, Nicodemus, Nikki G, Noodle Foodle, Ollie Hodges, Awardium, Pam R, Paul Brown, Robert Aguioto, Robert Yonkheim, Ross Linger, Russell Crockett, Ryan Morris, Sam Finnan, Scotty, Sewer Rat, Saja 19, Shilio, Silver Tier Moon, Sir Shredder, Sleepy Snolly, S. Wills, Dolly Panji, Tyler Rayner, Uncle Tony, York Korscott, V, Vivian Vocek, Vivi, Wallace Silvas, Your Boy G-Man, and Zach Hiltz. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's just for you guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.